Hi everybody, it's me again. I wanted to chat with you guys and show you guys what my findings are in the last 5 months. I know I haven't put up a video for quite some time. I apologize about that, but I needed to step back a little bit and really hone down on what I was really trying to accomplish here. Trying to really figure out what I'm trying to achieve, what I do have in front of my hands, what I have in front of me. I needed to understand. I needed to understand a lot of what I was doing, and sometimes it's best just to stop and to really go and to understand what you're doing, because there's no point going forward if you don't really understand what you're achieving and what you're trying to do, because obviously you can go forward, right? But if you don't really know what you're doing, and you can't duplicate it numerous of times, there's no point, because that was just a fluke, and so on, so on, so on. So I wanted to touch base on what my findings were in the last 6 months from one of my last videos was of what I was doing when I'm running my so-called generators slash pumps, and so on, so on, so on. So for the last, I'd say, 200 years, what we have been doing is we have been accomplishing, what we have been mastering, is we've been mastering the technology, the mechanical aspect of motors, pumps, generators, and also electrical through transistors, diodes, transformers, so on, so on, so on. So we've mastered this. We've mastered this technology. You go, and we walk into our houses every day, right? We turn the light switch on, the light comes on. We turn the TV on, we turn the radios on. We go into our cars, we go to work, we turn the key on for the car, and the car actually turns on, the radio comes on. We drive, back and forth to work, or to go grocery shopping, to go pick up somebody, or go to the clubs or whatever, or to vacation or camping. We use, and inside the vehicle there's a motor, and this is what we have been achieving for over 200 years. We have mastered this technology. Now we must understand what is going on here. What has been mastered? Well, it's spinning, right? We've been spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, right? That's all we've been doing. And with pumps, right? Something's got to push and something's got to pull, or either it's sucking or it's blowing, right? And we can use these methods by pumps, right? We can use those methods, and we can use the methods also too with the motors. Alternators, right? There's no magnets in them. They get excited, electrically excited. We send the current into the alternator by the battery. It gets excited. It actually acts like it's a permanent magnet motor, but it is not a permanent magnet motor. Now, there are permanent magnet motors that have magnets inside them, and so on, so on, so on. What we are achieving like a generator. So the permanent magnet motor is either a motor, or either it's a generator. And this three-phase induction motor over here, there's no magnets in it, right? So it doesn't act as a generator. It acts like a motor. But inside the so-called generator slash pump, well, there's a magnet in there, right? There's two magnets in there, right? Small ones, right? And this is what, when it spins at a certain speed, it creates actually the this is what produces actually the voltage, the wattage, the whole 9 yards, and so on. So this is what we have been. This is what I needed to understand whether it's a small little tiny little motor, whether it's a small little tiny little motor or generator system, big one, does not matter, right? What is being accomplished here is we're just spinning, right? We're spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and right. This is what has been mastered for the last 200 years, right? And we're really good at that, right? We are really good at this right now. This is what I really wanted to talk to you guys about, and hone down on what I'm telling you. Because if you don't believe me, well, you guys can do your own tests and figure out what I've been figuring out, and this is what we have mastered. We have mastered the technology of spinning motors. It doesn't matter what kind of motor it is, as long as it's spinning, you're able to spin it, whether through the means of, now this 1,000 watt generator over here with the 3-phase induction motor over here, this can run by electrically by 120 or 240. It could also be, it could also run by a battery bank system, right? Battery bank system, right? You know what I mean? 3, 5, 6, 10, 12, 30 batteries, big batteries, yeah, right? It can also be run by steam. It could be run by coal, right? It could be run by a hydro system, solar panel system, a wind system, right? And last but not least, it could run, also too with an antenna system, right? I'll get into all that stuff a little later on down the road, but this is what I've been, figuring out and finding out. And thank you very much, Gerard Morin out there. You guys all know Gerard Morin, right? He's the one that pretty much actually started me on my quest over here. And if you guys don't know who Gerard Morin is, please look him up. Look at, sit down and take some time to really study what Gerard has been doing, because I tell you, he's opened my eyes are open. Okay, my eyes are wide open now, wide open. But anyways, so for that, but please check him out also too. So because it's really all about spinning. We can either spin the motors either by pump, and also too we can do it by pumps. Actually the pump is either sucking or blowing, right? Or it's either pushing or pulling, and we can use this technology by pump, right? By the means of water, or by the means of air, or by the means of by the means of steam, or any means of how we use a pump. That is another way also. So we're masters at this now, right? So this is all we've been doing, right? This is all that we have been doing. It's no more than that, right? But now when I come to talk about antennas, we can talk about also, Wi-Fi. We can talk about Bluetooth. We can talk about microwave. We can talk about so many things, right? But that's in another form, right? So there's, several forms of the technology that we are using, right? Applying with this energy. Energy can be actually applied, can be manipulated and used and made mechanically in many, many ways, many, many forms, right? Like what I'm saying right now in this video, right? And also through the means of transistors, let's say diodes, transformers, so on, and this is electrically done, right? We've got motors over here. We've got pumps, that's mechanically also too, solar panels, wind, so on, hydro, so on. So for the last 200 years, what we have achieved is we've mastered this, right? Also, there's permanent magnet motors. Permanent magnet motors have magnets in them, right? They're either motors or they're either, generators / pumps, right? Alternators, well, there's no magnets in the car alternator, right? We just excite. We actually send voltage through the coils that excites the coil, right? That actually in turn, right, presents a magnetic field, which in turn acts like a permanent magnet motor, but it's not, right? This is the way that you can go around through patents and all that stuff, because it's different, but we're achieving the same thing. We are achieving the same identical thing. So this is what I wanted to actually talk to you guys and explain to you guys about the self-looping. The self-looping process. I do believe that this is possible. I do believe that this is possible, and this is going to be actually happening very, very soon in my next videos. There's so much that I'm working on right now, but I needed to get this out of the way. The self-looping, well, I'll tell you one thing, okay? And just listen very carefully to me. Okay, listen very, very carefully, okay? And I know you guys are going to think that I'm freaking crazy, but I'm not. Self-looping is achievable and is possible, because you know why? Because we, as human beings, right, we are walking, self-looping, biological human beings. Mechanically, self-looping is achievable. I'm going to leave that topic for just what it is, because I know it's way out in la 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 land. A lot of people may think, but it's not. So this is all we have been doing, is we have been spinning. Oh yeah, right, this could be also, here's the transfer switch, right? Here's the transfer switch right here, which is 120 from the wall, or 240, right? And this one goes over, and you can switch it over to when you're going to self-loop it, right? With this end cord here. So anyways, this is all I really wanted to show you guys, was that, all we've been doing is we've been spinning motors, because the cars all spin, right? Everything spins. Everything's run by either water, wind, antenna, right, or by pumps, or by gasoline or diesel motors, right? That's all we've been doing. This is what I needed to really, really hone down on. There's other things that I've been working on that I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about it right now in this video, but I will get back to you guys in the next videos that I come up, and I will explain and tell you what my findings are. But through this video, you can understand what my findings are like, what I've kind of achieved, well, not kind of achieved, but the self-looping, microwave antennas, right, the Wi-Fi. It's this is all possible. It is all possible, right? Because we already are self-looping. If you can only just sit back and think about this for a minute, right? How do we keep going? How do we keep going? Like, how are we biologically made, right? And why is it that we can just get up and walk around and pick up things and not worry about anything? And we don't need charging. We don't run on gasoline. We don't run on diesel. We don't run. What do we run on, right? Are we not self-looping, or are we self-looping? See, this is the kind of things that you really need to understand, and what is it that we are achieving over here with mechanically by motors or electrically, right? Or by microwave antennas, or by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, or by satellite, or all that stuff. Anyways, I know I'm getting ahead of myself over here, but I'll talk about this stuff in my next videos coming up, and I'll elaborate more in depth in them about the self-looping, and I'm going to show you the self-looping. You see a lot of other videos out there where they're showing you self-looping going on. Okay? Is it possible? Yes, it is. But there's a secret and there's a trick. There's a trick to it. So anyways, thank you very much for actually, if you're still watching the video, if you're still watching this video, thank you very much for still watching it. If you thought that this was this information was vital to you, and you thought this was a great video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know if I'm lying, or if I'm just talking out of my ears, or this was just all bull. You guys all have a great day. Stay tuned for my next videos coming up, and I'll try to get more videos coming up more often. Okay, you guys all have fun. Peace and be safe.